TV. Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Oh boy, we got a great show for you. A couple of fantastic performances to tell you about. Contractor Ryan is back talking furnaces, how to maintain it, why it's important. We're going to be talking skincare on the show as well. And we start in the kitchen with Mom in the Know, Julie Finley, with some more fantastic recipes, courtesy, of course, of Foodland Ontario. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm getting ready for the Day of Love.
The Day of Love.
Well, I guess that's
like
what
it. Oh, you got a little sticker. Are these stickers?
Yeah.
Okay, let me throw a sticker on.
My kids are older, but I still love the idea of doing small little things, so I'm happy you invited me on. If you're Valentine's Day, your kids are probably starting to do their Valentine's cards for everybody in the class.
I love that.
It's great for learning because it's printing and patterning, and there's so many activities you can do about it. And then, of course, you got to feed their little hearts or anybody who's special in your life.
That's what I love, too, right? Is that Valentine's Day, we're not talking just couples anymore. We're talking about families.
Yes.
We're talking about love in general, friendships, right?
Yes.
Any kind of relationship.
In
There's
fact,
love
the
involved.
couples, it's like, yeah, that's so old.
I get
Take
it
a back seat.
Actually,
for
Monica
sure.
and I are like the anti-Valentine. We celebrate every day except Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's probably that's a good one.
That's it,
well,
thanks.
then I'm giving you some weekend ideas.
I like it.
Another weekend of winterludes, so this will be good. You want to come home to something warm, although I think it's going to be warm outside.
It is going to be warm, but, you know, I'm glad you mentioned winterlude because we had a live show down at the Canadian Museum of History. It was amazing, but, you know, how they've adapted to this, right?
Yeah.
They've done a lot of different things in adapting. You go down to Spark Street in the Byward Market, Canadian Museum of History, tons of different things available now, right?
It's so good, and they have it all organized, and it's literally about 200 activities. Like, you can't list them all, because then you're taking all my time, and I can't feed you.
We can't have that.
Okay.
Exactly. Feed me.
French onion soup. So
I love it.
I'm thinking Valentine's Day, you might have a dinner for two, you might linger as a party of many, you might have feeding your family, so there's options, because we don't want to not give the couple their day.
Of course.
So I've got a Thai chicken dinner for two, but I did want to get started on my onion soup. And really what I've done ahead of time is I've taken 4 onions, I've cut them up, I've actually taken some stock and boiled it down, I added some thyme, and of course the recipe, super easy, foodlandontario.ca.
Right.
It's a baked onion soup with cheddar and ale. So I've already,
Okay.
So baked in the oven, just like you would, right?
Right,
so,
okay, on the mini ones, right?
Yeah,
Or are
there's
you
a
doing
mini
this
one right there.
Right. Yeah,
so
that's what
the
I'm
reason I
used to
put
seeing.
on there is because I thought I love the onion soup, but it's not just onion soup you want for dinner, so I thought a charcuterie board. So what I've added is some nice Ontario cheeses. Honestly, even go to your local grocer. I went this morning, I went to Farm Boy, which, by the way, their greenhouse strawberries are $3.99 a carton.
$3.99,
Yeah,
okay,
so if
that's a good
anything
deal.
you are ready to, you're not planning anything, chocolate, strawberries, done.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, and some cheese.
Okay.
So anyways, we looked around at some of the cheese that are from Ontario. Gruyere is from Ontario, Old Cheddars are from Ontario. Have some fun. So I boiled down the ale. You said you use wine. I used beer.
Okay.
Yeah, and so all I'm going to do right now is add the 4 cups of chicken stock, and I'm going to bring it to a boil.
Okay.
And then it's really ready to be put together when you want to bake it. And I've shown you right here, just in the jar. That's how much is there. It could be in your fridge for up to 4 days.
Okay.
When you turn your oven on to 450, because that's how you're going to bake it, I've put a 1/3 cup of sour cream. I put 1.5 cups of old cheddar.
Okay.
I know, sour cream.
Yeah.
I thought so too. Delicious. And a 1/3 cup of Parmesan.
Because I've always just put, you know, plunked the bread in the bowl,
Yes.
put a piece of cheese slice on top, not slice, I mean, I sliced the cheese. You're not going to use one of
Grated.
those processed cheese
No.
slices.
Do they even sell those anymore? No.
Listen, okay.
No.
The only time it's good, don't get me wrong, it
Okay.
makes a great grilled cheese sandwich
Look
still.
at this. 450, put it on top. That 2 pieces, I really overloaded it. He might even
That's okay.
sink. Nope, still there.
Yeah, there you go.
And then another one, and you're going to put it in the oven for 450. I'm going to let you keep talking, but I want to get on to my next
No, I like
recipe.
that. And I like this idea of trying something, because I've never done the sour cream thing.
Yeah.
This is great.
In the
I'm
oven,
going to try this.
you're only going to do it for about 13 minutes till it goldens and bubbles, and you're set
So
to go.
450, not broil.
Not broil, 450 bake,
Okay,
13 minutes.
gotcha.
Okay, barbecue. You're going to be turning it on this weekend because it's going to be Yeah, and
I'm
it's
doing
going to
my
be a
famous
nice
ribs.
weekend. Oh, are you?
Well,
okay, well, you need a side dish.
I do.
Mushroom rotini.
Okay.
Mushrooms, as we said the last time I was on, they're in season all year long.
Yes.
You've got button mushrooms, you've got cremini mushrooms, their oyster mushrooms are out.
Okay.
In fact, you can even go to the grocery store and they have the Foodland sign on
Yes.
them, so you know they're local.
Yeah, bought
and they're
some
fresh.
yesterday with the logo on it.
Aw, nice.
Because of Julie Finley, everybody.
I know. Well, it's just nice
it's a good
to support
reminder to
local.
actually look.
Yes.
Oftentimes we go to the grocery store, we don't look, we just grab, right? Throw it in.
Yeah.
We're not looking. So keep an eye out.
Keep an
for
eye.
The logo.
So I've already taken 2 packages. So they're usually sold in 225 grams.
Yeah.
So I have 500 grams. Of course, if you put them in a paper bag, you can store them in a paper bag in the fridge or in a cool place. And then don't wash them until you're ready to use them.
Right.
And it's really just that nice little rinse, and then you take the dirt off.
Right.
I've sliced it. I've cooked it down with some onion and garlic, and it smells so delicious
It
in
does.
here. I'm going to add some thyme and some salt.
Okay.
Pinch of salt. John loves salt, so I've added a little bit more.
But there's
Usually-
better salt out there now
I know,
too, right?
I know.
Which is, I mean, you know, you're
Canal.
not going to overload it.
Have you
overload
tried?
it.
Have you tried the Canal brand? You can
I
find it
have,
time and
yes.
again in Montreal women.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Okay, and then I've got a third cup of wine, just making it up.
pause there.
And I've got
Third
some
cup, I'm
10%
remembering.
cream.
Okay.
And then I've got some. What did I put in there? Yeah,
Citrus.
yeah, it is lime. Yeah,
Okay.
lime juice. I'm gonna put that in.
It almost is like a Marcella
Yes,
sauce.
and then you're just
style.
going to cook this up, and of course it's going to boil a little bit and get thickened,
Right.
and then you're going to have this lovely plate, and it's just a side dish. So anything you're
Okay.
putting on the grill, perfect addition to it.
Beautiful.
Now, if you want a dinner for 2, and I know I only have 2 minutes, I've already put. Right?
Wow, you're good.
I am good.
I was just
Okay.
about to say it.
Yeah, yeah. I saw your mouth. I
You're
saw your mouth
magic.
moving. Okay, so I've already started. This is a Thai chicken dinner for 2. I've already browned the chicken. I put a garlic and I sliced up an onion.
All right.
I'm going to put sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
And before I would have done that, I would have put the green curry, but because we're in a little bit of time,
We're in a little bit
the
of a
red
hurry.
curry,
That's okay.
sorry, you could choose green curry too.
You could.
Really, what
I
you're
thought
trying
you
to
went
do.
colorblind on me for a second there. You scared me, Julie.
We're going to mix this up so you get all the smells and flavors on it.
Yeah.
Then we're going to put our mushrooms in.
Nice.
And I put in a cup of mushrooms.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put my brown chicken in already. I'm going to add coconut milk. And
Oh,
then,
nice.
I know, you're going to bring it to a boil. And
Look at
it's
the
going to
thickness of
I
that.
know, it's so good.
Beautiful.
Again, you gotta, like, there's so many options of coconut oil everywhere. Everyone, when you're shopping for it, sometimes they put it in the coffee section, sometimes they put it in the
Right.
soup section.
Make
Be
up your
friends.
mind, grocery
Yeah,
stores,
no.
okay?
You know
So
what?
it's easier on us.
I give them grief all the time. They say they're trying new things.
They're trying- okay,
so
aren't we all?
We're going to mix that a little bit better, but the other thing that you're going to add at the end is a little bit of fish sauce.
Okay.
A little bit of, I put salt in here. No, no, a little sugar. I was like, that's a lot of salt. A teaspoon of sugar and some lime juice.
All right.
I'm going to bring that to a boil. I do have a lovely dish right there already made. You're going to serve it with rice.
Okay.
But the idea is get this going, and then when you're just about to serve it, you're going to add a little bit of coriander on top. You'd probably chop it up a little bit.
Nice.
And then again with your
Got some parsley
the
there
parsley
too.
that you're going to add. So you're just going to add some green, and it's so like it just
Look at that. Look at the
brightens it up.
look at the beautiful
Oh, it's
photo of the finished dish
beautiful.
right there.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, so meals for everyone. But I
Meals
mean,
for
there's so
everyone.
many quick and easy meals.
We're doing dessert next?
We are, a little
Okay.
dessert bar.
We've got a little dessert bar set up. We're going to slide this out, slide the dessert bar right in here, and you're going to stay with us. We'll be right back after this. This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Hi, I'm Meg, and this is Fit Finley, and we're from Fit Over 50. Join me for a new season, which is full of awesome workouts designed for adults 50 plus. Improve your motivation, your strength, and your energy. Join me for a new season of Fit Over 50 exclusively on Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Sam LaPrade. I hope you join us here every single week on An Hour to Give. We're going to talk about community, philanthropy, and volunteerism. It's airing right here on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
We are back with Mom in the Know, Julie Finley, continuing to discuss some great recipes, whether it's for Valentine's Day or you just want to celebrate anything, right? Just celebrate with food. We all do it. Julie Finley joining us, of course. We've got a little breakfast. Oh, it's a breakfast dessert bar.
Now I know how you like to start your day.
Heck, let's make it a breakfast bar.
We can, and that's what we got some carrots, we got strawberries. That's probably what you saw first.
Exactly. Thank you for saving me, Julie.
Yes.
That's why I always say to all my guests, we're a team.
Yeah.
When we come on a live television show.
Yeah. So
okay.
I got excited. I went in and just what I said, the first segment, strawberries, $3.99. They're greenhouse, they're local, they're delicious. I didn't even chop them. Like those are just right out of the package. So I didn't rinse them to everybody who's going to have them afterwards, but I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. So desserts, I do love them, and I'm going to give you one that's not hard to make, but you got to do it in time. This is like an 8-hour dessert. Have you ever done?
Oh.
you don't have to be at the table for 8 hours.
I smoke things on my smoker, so I'm used to spending time.
No, I have taken 2 cups.
Hours.
It's because you put it in the fridge overnight.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
I'm doing a chocolate strawberry layer cake, and I'm layering it with wafers and whipped cream, and that's what puffs it up.
By the way, it's pronounced wafer.
Wafer?
Yeah. It's just more fun to say it that way. A wafer.
I have taken a cup and a half of finely chopped strawberries. Again, kids are going to love this. They're going to love this dessert, just putting it together. You're going to fold this in.
Okay.
And you're going to get you to fold it in.
All right.
I know, I'm going to fold it in.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. And then...
Well, that's much different, right? Because you want to keep the fluff, because if you stir it, you'll liquefy it,
You know what, it's not too... Yeah, there is that. But if you do your whipped cream even ahead, just put it in the fridge.
Okay.
It's totally fine.
It'll harden up a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
gotcha.
So you're going to layer the bottom like this with about 3/4 cup. And then what you're going to do, kids... is, and Derek, is you're going to layer your cookies all the way around.
Some people may call me a kid, so you're probably not wrong.
It's because you have fun.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
Life,
and you're just going to layer that.
Okay.
And you're going to cover the whole
just
bottom.
Keep going.
And then you're going to put another layer of whipped cream on.
Right.
And you're going to do that about 4 times.
Okay.
And then you're going to have this lovely cake overnight. And then you're going to have your strawberries, and you're going to drizzle some chocolate on top.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's delicious. In fact, this is a funny little secret. When I first met John, this used to be his birthday cake. They used to take wafers and whipped cream, and then it puffs up, and it's a delicious cake. Wafers.
Wafers.
I feel like I'm going to say something else, so I'm sticking to what I got. Okay, you keep layering.
Okay.
The next
John,
one.
this is for you, by the way, okay, in memory of one of your favorite desserts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make triple chocolate carrot cupcakes.
Okay, yes, you are.
Yeah, see,
say
I can
that
only
5
say
times
it once.
fast. Okay.
So I've already buttered, I've creamed together a half cup of butter and a cup of sugar minus 1 tablespoon because I've made some froth with the eggs because I'm only using egg yolks for this one. I'm going to blend it in. And I've already coarsely shredded. I did, how much did I do? 1.5 cups of carrots. You're sticking them in.
So probably like 3 large or something like that?
You know what, 2 medium, 2 large, 3 medium. Yeah,
gotcha.
You're going to do that.
I'm just
mix it together.
I'm making up measurements,
yes,
friends.
And
Listen
again,
to Julie, not me.
No, you shouldn't. You're probably more, I make up measurements.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
You follow
I'm
it
like
to a T.
6'2". Come on.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you are an athlete. Right? Athletes always do that.
Yeah,
right?
6'2".
Oh, an extra inch got in there somehow.
That's why I'm wearing those heels. And then I'm going to add, this is a mixture of
Vanilla?
Vanilla and
maple syrup?
almond.
Almond is where I was
extract
going
together.
next, if you gave me a second.
And then I'm going to add in chocolate chips.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to stir that for
Sure.
me. Because it's a little couple of steps on this one. Of
Okay.
course, wet and dry. We've got our wet. You can put it right there.
Okay.
I've got a cup and a half of flour.
I was trying to show it to Kevin's camera just so they could see
Thanks, Kevin.
the stirring action there. Look at that.
The wrist. You are an athlete.
Listen, 20 years of television, I finally get it. There we go.
I know, I used to get you to crack the eggs, but I already did it. So
Okay.
I've already added a cup of cocoa. I'm
Right.
going to add in some cinnamon. I'm going to add in some nutmeg. And I'm going to add in some baking soda and powder. And I'm going
Okay.
to mix them together. Like most dry. And then
that's the key to baking, friends. Don't forget.
We're going to add it to here.
Okay.
You want to mix? Can you do it?
Of course I can do it, Julie. You've taught me
get those
well.
arms into it. I'm
Yeah.
just going to clean up a tiny bit.
Sure.
And then the last part of what we need to do, and this makes it delicious, is add buttermilk.
Oh.
And I've taken the egg white and I've already peaked it, like,
Frothed it.
thank you.
Yeah.
We really are a team
I know,
today.
see? Yeah. I speak Julie Finley,
Yes,
everyone.
exactly.
Right.
And so that's
First
3 of them. It sounds like we're going to do a little bit of each. So we're going to put in a third of that.
Okay.
And then we're going to put in a third of the buttermilk, and you're going to mix that together.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes like you could almost put gloves and get your hands in there.
Well, you could.
You could.
Yeah.
But
Uh-oh, sneezy.
excuse me, let me do this for you
okay.
because I want you to get a chance to decorate some.
Oh,
so this
sure.
is how lovely they are.
Okay.
And if you are celebrating anyone's
What have you got in the
love,
middle here?
You know what? That is icing, buttermilk icing. So you're going to get a big carton of buttermilk. It's going
Yeah.
to take care of your cupcakes, and it's going to take care of your icing. And it's just icing, sugar, cocoa, buttermilk, and you whip it together.
Beautiful.
And it's delightful.
Almost looks like, those volcano...
molten,
the
know.
molten lava.
Yes.
I was getting there. It started with volcano. What comes out of it, Julie? Molten lava.
Yes. Well, what I did is I actually heated up my icing. That's the only difference.
okay.
So now
I'm
you
just
can
gonna
decorate
add a
exactly.
little something,
and in the theme of Heart Month, everything is hearts, so
That's
you can
right.
decorate any way you can.
Leanne Lang coming on, actually, next week to talk a little
nice.
bit more Heart Month.
Yes, lighting up the Capitol red. There's so
There we
much
go.
going on. I mean, we really do have the best Heart Institute.
Agreed.
It's in Canada,
Yeah.
in our backyard. We got to support it. As I'm doing triple chocolate. There's carrot in there. Everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Good call.
Okay, do I have time for one more?
We do, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this
yeah.
one was a bit time consuming, but everything's in the oven with under half an hour.
Okay.
You're going to cook it for about 20 minutes in cupcakes, or you can get a heart pan and you can do it that way too.
Look at you. We have 30
I know.
seconds.
Okay,
so
30. That's all
what-
it takes.
Okay.
You're going to take 2 apples. You're going to cut them in half. You're going to scoop out the middle with a little scooper.
Yeah.
You're going to make a mixture of honey, cardamom, a pinch of cinnamon. You're going to put this in the microwave. You're going to just pour it on top like this. It's delightful, and you're going to poach them for 3 to 5 minutes until they're soft.
Okay.
And then you know what you add to them?
Little of this?
Yeah, and then ice cream.
Little almond
I wanted to
slices?
bring ice cream on, but I was afraid we're going to eat it before we started. So ice cream, and you're set to go.
Foodlandontario.ca, ladies and gentlemen. Julie Finley be back in a couple of weeks. Contractor Ryan coming up right after this.
This is a brain in urgent need of mental health care. But because 3 out of every 4 Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, she may not get the help she needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
We invite you to play What's My Line?
Welcome, Mrs. Baker. Those folks over there need to guess your extraordinary occupation.
Are you an entertainer, Mrs. Baker?
Yes.
Do people come to watch you perform?
Yes. Do you travel for work? Yes, I do.
Do you ever wear a special type of costume?
Yes.
Is your job, physical?
Yes, indeed.
Are you a member of a team?
Yes.
Are you a professional baseball player?
Yes, I am.
Created during the Second World War, the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League included 68 Canadians. One of its brightest stars was my mother, Saskatchewan's Mary Bonnie Baker, a pioneer for women in sports.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show, back to talk furnaces, and you're probably thinking, oh, this is going to be boring. We're talking furnace. No. Contractor Ryan always makes it exciting. He is back on the show. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How did the home show go? Tell me a little bit about that experience.
It was really, really busy. I saw probably 300 people.
Nice.
It's just, and then I got sick after.
No.
It is what it is. This is
well, yeah, because leading up to it, you're incredibly busy, right?
That's right.
Putting things together. You had that talk. You had the stage to yourself, right? With a nice panel.
Yeah.
And that went well, I'm sure.
It went very, very well. We had lots of fun. Brian's a hoot to hang out with.
Nice.
So we're thinking about doing more, so stay tuned.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. We're talking furnaces. As I said, everybody at home might be saying, oh, well, but this is important.
It is.
Right? Very important. I think a lot a people ignore it. They just like, I put a filter in, 6 months ago. Maybe I'll replace it, maybe not. Right? No,
I am so glad you said that.
No, but
6 months ago.
Yeah.
How often do you think you should change your furnace filter?
Now that you're saying it, I probably do it every 6 months.
Every 6 months?
I'm going to guess it's every 4.
Okay. Do you have animals? Pets?
2?
Kids don't count.
Okay.
So 2 pets.
Yeah, 2 dogs.
So once a month.
Once a month? What do you think, I made of money? I got the money tree in the backyard?
That's what you should be doing. And there's a reason why you should be doing it. And I brought this along with me. But before we talk about what this is and why it's tied to your furnace filters, I wanted to bring along for the viewers, everyone knows what a clean furnace filter looks like.
Right.
It's nice and white.
Yeah.
Right? So you go downstairs and you pull it out and you look at it and you're like, I don't know, it looks good. And you know when it looks bad. Right. Because it's black.
Yeah.
So I didn't bring a black one because you know what a bad one looks like,
exactly.
Right? This one, do you think this one is ready to be changed or not ready to be changed?
I'm going to say ready to be changed.
It's right.
Survey says ready. Okay.
This one's ready to be changed. It's just a little gray. It's just a little gray.
Yeah.
This is out of my furnace. I took it out this morning. It's about a month old.
I was going to ask you. You already said.
It's about a month
catch
old.
You there. Okay.
But you know why we do this, and this is something that's a lot of people don't realize is in your furnace there is things that dust can catch on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This being one of them. You have any idea what this is that I brought here today? No?
The heat coil?
It's an evaporator for an air conditioner.
That's what I was that was my second guess. The evaporator for
the air conditioner.
The air conditioner.
Now we are talking about air conditioning and it's winter, right?
Why are you crazy?
I know. Although the weather's really nice.
It is
air conditioning is coming soon.
7 degrees tomorrow.
It's beautiful. But this sits above your plenum for your furnace. So it's kind of high up, right? And all of the air passes through this, both in the winter season and in the summer season, right?
Okay.
In the summer season, this is what would bring that cold freon back to cool the air as it passes through.
Okay.
In the winter season, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there.
Right.
But look at the fins on this. Look, if you can zoom in on the fins on this, if this isn't catching the dust and the cat hair and all of that, now this is catching it.
Right.
And what's going to happen?
And then it's going to blow it back in through your vents during the summer?
That would be better.
Oh, it'd be better.
It'd be better if it just passed through.
Okay.
I'm talking about
it
what
just
happens
stays
if it
there.
does. Yeah. So now you have what's called a restriction of airflow. Like the way your air conditioner works is there's so much airflow flowing through this to keep this from freezing up.
Right.
Do you ever have an air conditioner freeze up on you?
I haven't, luckily.
Yeah. So we see it all the time.
Really?
We see it all the time you run downstairs, you turn on the air conditioning or upstairs or whatever where the thermostat is, and then 4 or 5 hours later I have no AC. Well, something's wrong.
Right.
And we show up and this thing is just a chunk of ice.
Really?
Yeah, because the airflow is restricted.
Right.
So now all of a sudden, because you weren't doing this regularly,
Which
now all of a sudden
I complained the cost of it, but now I got to deal with the cost of this. Is what you're telling
so now
me.
we got to clean it up. And hopefully we can clean all the foil, the fins and all that stuff, get all the cat hair or what have you off of it. Or worst case scenario, because it froze up, you see all the rust on this one?
Yep.
Right, this is probably why this one was replaced. Now all of a sudden we have a pinhole leak. And now your Freon is no more. So now all of a sudden your $20 furnace filter turns into a $5,000 air conditioner.
Right.
So that's why we want to do it.
Okay. Now, what's the difference? So this is the other thing. I go into whatever hardware store it is, and there seems to be like 3,000 of them to choose from.
There are.
How do I know what's good, right?
Yeah. So it's good that you mentioned that, because the thicker the air filter, the more restriction of airflow. So if you buy a really good, this is a really good filter. I like this filter.
Okay.
But if you change this every 6 months, it's going to be completely blocked.
Gotcha.
Right? And maybe it can block, like this one here, can start to get blocked even earlier because it's restricting so much.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily need the top end HEPA filter that doesn't allow, we need airflow. The whole point is airflow, right? We don't want to restrict it.
Right.
So if I'm changing my furnace filter every month, I'm using, this is about a $15.
Okay,
that's
it's a bottle of wine a month, right?
Is that what
it's
we're
a
talking about?
six-pack of beer. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out. Right?
We can, definitely. Next time I'll bring wine. We'll do a whole thing on it. Okay,
but I'm just trying to put it into perspective. Sometimes people see these things, right? But you're going to spend money on something else that
it's minor.
At the end of the day, I mean, it's a minor luxury, let's call it. Right?
So, and you know what? You don't have to buy a super expensive filter. Just change it more often.
Gotcha.
You know, so you can get, like, for $10, you can get 3 packs sometimes.
Is there also, Ryan, when I look at this, you talk about airflow, let's say it's restricting and it's got gunk on it, now all of a sudden it's filtering through this gunk, right? And who knows, right? Maybe it has mold eventually and things like that.
So this tray here that sits here actually holds some water, because when the warm air hits the cold air, of course, condensation, right? Kind of grade 10 science. So this collects the water, and then the water drains out naturally, right?
Right.
So if it's not draining and functioning properly, totally, we could see a little bit of mold in here and dirt in there, and we don't really want that, right?
Right.
So moreover, we just don't want it to break.
Yes. The $15 or $5,000.
That's right.
$15, $5,000.
I'll mention quickly outside. You also have a unit outside, right?
Yes.
So that unit needs to be cleaned as well. It has the same kind of fins on it.
Right.
I do not recommend covering in your air conditioner completely at winter time.
You see a lot of people doing that. Why don't you recommend
So because what happens is an animal thinks this is a nice little home, I'm going to dig my way in there and live there, and now you have all of their stuff you have to clean out. I do recommend putting something over the top.
Okay.
We don't want the weight of the snow hitting the fins or the fan, right, and bending it. But this needs to be cleaned outside in the spring, just with a garden hose. Just take it easy.
And take off that cover, because I had a friend who started their AC with the cover on. That didn't go well.
No.
Contractor Ryan, back in about a month's time. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Always a pleasure. We'll be back with more right after this. Join us for the new season of Ottawa Storytellers, right here on Rogers TV.
I still remember the games. The laughter, the footsteps through the hallway. I'll never forget the challenges.
Every day I come back from work, it's always like this. We're yelling in front of the kids.
I'll never forget the help we needed. How far we've come.
Watch Podium, exclusively on Rogers TV.
On Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. Oh, excited to introduce you to my next guest. We're going to be doing a little demonstration for you and, of course, talking about the importance of skincare. It reminds me when I first started doing TV, my stepmother said right away, "Are you moisturizing?" And I said, "Absolutely not." And from that day forward, I started. But there's probably more I need to do. My next guest is going to tell us all about the importance of it. I'm joined by Shireen Chara. Right?
Yes.
I got it. Owner of Sublime Medi Spa. Welcome, Shireen. Great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about your business and the services that you offer.
So my business is about skin rejuvenation, skin improvement, modifying any skin concern and turn it into a sublimized one, laser hair removal, taking care of clients and offering the best results ever.
Exactly.
And yes.
Well, and you know, not only doing it, this is something that you told me before the show, is not only the fact that you're actually coming into the clinic and doing something. After you get something done,
yes,
you need to take care of it afterwards,
exactly.
Right?
It is 80% on the client to achieve the best results is to do her home care, home routine. I do only 20%. I do the treatments, I give instructions, and the rest is on you, which you're going to be having a great homework also today.
So yeah, let's talk about that, because I don't want to run out of time.
Yes.
So you were watching the show,
yes,
and you and I had a phone call, because you said, "Hey, Derek, can I chat with you for a moment?"
Exactly.
Because I noticed on the left-hand side, you've got a couple of different sort of dark skin pigmentations.
Pigmentation, it is more like an actinic. It is a little bit raised, so I have a solution for it, which we are going to be using on you today, the Plasma IQ pen. It's going to create a literal arcing on the skin. It will shrink the lesion. It will take 7 days to 8-9 days. It will slough off, and the skin will be normal.
Nice.
All I want from you is, your mom said moisturize, moisturize. I'll say sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen.
My wife is nodding her head right now because she bugs me all the time about it. I always forget to do it, and she always remembers.
Yeah, I'm going to prepare myself, though, as
you go ahead. Yeah.
And put my gloves on. And
so we're going to do this,
and
we're looking at some examples of some of the things that you're able to achieve at the clinic, right?
Yes, it was a Cosmelan peel to remove pigmentation. It is the only one in the world, okay?
Wow,
yes, it's world-renowned for removing pigmentation. This is laser skin rejuvenation, one treatment.
Look at the difference.
Yes, one treatment. It doesn't hurt so much, but the results are phenomenal also. And this is veins treatment with my laser Cutera and Diag, and microneedling, which is the skin pen microneedling right here that creates small injuries on the skin and triggers the healing process. It triggers definitely the healing process, so your skin heals itself and brings up a new skin to the surface within 4 weeks to 4 months. You will see amazing
results. So you're just
results.
Cleaning right now? Is that right?
I am just using a small antiseptic to clean. We cannot use alcohol in this. And I'm going to be zapping your actinic. Will be gone for good.
I like getting zapped.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as it's not a taser.
No. It's not. And also I want to talk quickly, as I'm doing this, about the BioJuve skincare line that is now a breakthrough. And we don't want to call it skincare. We want to call it biome care, skin biome care, because our microbiome on the skin, we're invaded with microbiome on the skin, and they need to be there. They need to be in our follicles.
Right.
So we want to feed them the proper bioessentials that will help assist balancing our skin. Naturally, then what will happen? The skin will be completely rejuvenated, less redness, less wrinkles, less sagginess, less inflammation, less pigmentation as well. Within 8 weeks.
Within 8 weeks?
Within 8 weeks. But you will see some difference within 1 week.
You want me to have a seat here? Okay, we're going to move over to here, Kevin.
This is my Plasma IQ pen.
And the rest of the team?
We want you, it's going to be 2 seconds. We just want you not to flinch and kick me. I want to still be here.
No flinching.
We're almost done. Are you flinching?
No, look at me. I told you I'm tough.
And I have another one here.
I may be small, but I'm tough, Shireen.
No, you're amazing. And the treatment is done. That's it. All I have to do now is put a little bit of stem cells treatment on it.
Okay.
It is Purosome. It is from...
I see Julie Finley stayed behind here, Shireen, to see all about this.
You should see what this can do.
Okay.
Okay. This will promote the healing, quick healing, and proper healing, so we don't have any problems with post-inflammatory pigmentation.
And you said these will get a bit darker over the next few days,
They're already darker. Somebody tell him.
Okay.
They're already blackish.
So what you're telling me is pull out that makeup kit I have that I rarely use for the show.
Not up until tomorrow. You're not going to be using anything but
I don't mean right
nothing.
this second,
No,
Shireen.
you're right. You're right. I shouldn't jump into conclusions. Yes.
So you've moved locations too, right?
Yes, I am moving to 111 Colonnade.
Okay.
Now I am at 1200 Prince of Wales Drive. Me and my husband. He's the hairdresser, Moody Hair Salon, and I am the esthetician.
The esthetician. There you go.
Medical esthetician, actually, and skincare specialist. I care for my clients. I follow up with my clients
it's your passion.
Until I have them set on their results and goal. And if I didn't get your goals at the time that I promised, I spend my life doing anything and everything to do it. Give it to them.
Are we done here? I can stand back up? No, I just thought,
I was done a long time ago, I guess.
I just want to make sure there's nothing else. So then when I go home,
when you go home,
what do you want me to do?
I like you to do nothing today.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely nothing. Just have dinner.
You heard that, honey? I get to do nothing when I get home.
Nothing. But I would love in the morning to put you on this beautiful BioJuve, and I have your bag for you. It's ready to go. I'm going to explain right here. All I want from you, please, in the morning and in the evening, to apply a little dime size of this cleanser on your hand, and just spread it all over your face, massage it for maybe 30 seconds.
Okay.
Done with that, rinse it off. After, we're going to take, where did I put it?
Right over here.
Oh my God, I already forgot. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate, if you don't mind.
We're almost done with time here.
Okay. So actually, this is for the night, tomorrow night, but I'll tell you about the morning. I'm going to take a little bit of the Biome Essential.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, okay. We're gonna take a pump or two, because I want it to be gone on your neck too.
SublimeMedispa.ca, by the way, to find out more information and all the services that Shireen offers. We'll be back after this as we continue with this.
We're gonna break it down, get all the...
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the 1800s and 1996. My uncle ran away from school wanting to get home to his mom and dad, and sadly he didn't make it and died of exposure. When Gord Downey found out about my late Uncle Cheney's story, he wrote Secret Path, a series of poems that became an album, then a graphic novel, a documentary, and a concert. Gord met my family, and together we formed the Gord Downey and Cheney Winjack Fund. Together, we are sharing Secret Path and other reconciliation resources with legacy schools, setting up legacy spaces across Canada, and hosting events like Secret Path Week to inspire all Canadians to engage in reconciliation. Before he left us, Gord asked us all to do something.
You're gonna figure it out.
Will you join us? Together, we can make Canada a better place.
Join me, holistic chef Daniela Croco, for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. As promised, a couple of fantastic performances to tell you about on the show. Ill Abilities. If you have never seen them live, you have been missing out, and they are coming to Ottawa on February 16th to Meridian Theatres at Centre Point. And just as exciting, the opening performance is by Propeller Dance, and I am joined by members of Propeller Dance. Renata Sute, she is artistic and executive director over there. Welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. And Bella Beau, she's a company dancer and teaching assistant. Bella, welcome.
Thank you.
Great to have you here as well.
Yes.
Renata, tell me a little bit of history behind Propeller Dance.
Yeah, so I just want to say to you, Derek, love your show. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure.
And Ottawa is full of incredible, talented artists.
Agreed.
And there's so many great cultural activities happening, and I just want to say thank you, because your show really puts a spotlight on that and celebrates our local arts and culture. So thank you for that, because
it's our pleasure. We love doing it.
Such a great city with so much great things happening. So Propeller Dance, Bella and I are both founding artists of Propeller Dance.
Yes.
And we founded it in 2007 with Shara Weaver and a whole community of people. And we're a dance and disability arts company.
Right.
Yeah, because we just feel like everybody's voices are important. And we really see that disability is not something to be overcome, but rather something to take pride in and something to celebrate people being who they are, how they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bella, tell me about, you love teaching. Tell me about that aspect of the organization.
Well, I haven't been doing Zooms, but mostly I've been probably Hindenburg, so I've been on TV there for 5 years, mostly by myself. So that's what I've been doing. So if no one's there, I'm just by myself. So if Manar's not there, I'm there. And mostly, I'm usually doing it myself, so that helps.
Right.
I'm still doing it.
So you're doing workshops, right? You're teaching choreography as well?
On my own.
Yeah.
No help from Bob and Linda. I'm still doing it.
And Bella, can I talk about your school show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, Liz, and Jeff are in it too. But now Liz is in it too. And so is Simone.
Nice.
That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Renata, sorry, you wanted to talk about the school?
We had an Emerging Choreographers with Disability program at Propeller Dance, and Bella created a piece called Gotta Dance.
I just choreographed it myself.
You did, and it is such a fun piece, and through Mask, we're bringing it into schools.
Oh, wonderful. What a great organization in its own. Yeah, we've had Mask on the show over the years many, many times, and this is great to see that they're implementing something like this into the program as well. By the way, we're looking at some of the footage from Propeller Dance. This is some of the performance you'll probably see, right? When you open up for Ill Abilities. Bella, tell me about opening up for Ill Abilities. How excited are you for that?
Good. I like that.
Yeah.
And but Nick and Jeff are on there too.
Nice. Renata, were you familiar with Ill Abilities before you sort of partnered up with them? Tell me about that connection.
For sure. Interesting is that Luca Lazy Legs Patuelli started his company, Ill Abilities, the same year that Propeller Dance started, in 2007.
Okay.
So right back, it's been 15 years since we've shared a stage with Luca, but we did some great shows with him back at the very beginning of this work, and so we're so excited to share another stage with him.
No kidding.
So
we're seeing some of their performance right here on the screen, and for those that have never seen it before, it really is like jaw-dropping what they are able to do, right?
Incredible. And Luca has sourced some of the most incredible dancers from around the world.
Yeah, and that's what we were seeing. I mean, that's what makes it really unique in itself as well, right? These are performers from all around the world. Bella, what do you like about performing?
I enjoy it.
Yeah?
If I'm not dancing, I'm watching other people. So if I'm standing at the side, I'm always quiet, though. And that's a good thing. And if I'm not like that, I'm usually there helping people. And at Hindenburg, I just stand and watch, and I don't talk. I stay out of the way. On that side of the stage, right over there. That way I can focus on what other people are doing.
Right.
Instead of being in the way. So if I'm back over there on that side, I'm in the other corner, but I'm not talking. and keep myself busy.
Renata,
I'm not dancing.
As far as funding goes, are you a non-profit?
We're a charitable organization
You are, okay.
celebrating our Sweet 16 year this year.
Excellent.
And we have our professional company that's locally based.
Right.
And then we do a lot of education and training. We're still one of the most prolific disability arts and contemporary dance companies in Canada. So we have big plans to keep getting the work seen on the big stages and training in our own aesthetic as well, which is very much about valuing each person as they are for who they are.
I imagine welcoming new people all the time into the program?
Yes, we have children's classes. Bella teaches those. She's a lead teacher.
Resume every day. But now we have different people in the class, so I've been busy. And Max is in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Every week, like last Saturday, I've been very busy.
Well, busy's good, Bella. I mean, that's right. Being able to do something you love.
I do the teaching myself.
Yeah?
Yes, I've been doing.
Excellent.
But we always do a co-teaching model.
Okay.
So we always work together as a group, and everybody has something to learn from each other.
Right.
So it's really exciting, and yeah, lots of work still to be done in the world.
Mostly I have to take notes, and if I'm standing there watching people, I just try not to move too much. I just stay out of the way. If I'm moving around, I just stay out of the way.
I understand that. Listen, I do the same thing on this show. Listen, this crew has me staying out of the way quite often because sometimes I can get in the way. I'm going to tell everybody at home how they can get tickets. Thanks to you both. Really appreciate the time, Renata. Thank you, and Bella, thank you for joining
I could send an email on the computer upstairs for the tickets and let people know in Ottawa to come see it.
Okay, you got it. You can do that, and I'll do this. Ill Abilities Dance Crew. It's no excuses, no limits, with special guests Propeller Dance. That's at Meridian Theaters at Centerpoint, February the 16th at 8 p.m.
Down the basement.
MeridianCenterpoint.com. You heard Bella, down in the basement. We'll be back with more right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdsville, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Hi, I'm Sam LaPrade. I hope you join us here every single week on An Hour to Give. We're going to talk about community, philanthropy, and volunteerism. It's airing right here on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
As promised, talking about a couple of great performances on the show today. And next up is production by Canada Theatre. They're celebrating 55 years this year, and their latest production is called Mauritius. I'm joined by Julie Henney. She is the director, and Tom Kobalek. He is a cast member. Welcome to you both. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
I probably bug all of our viewers because I always say I love theatre. I grew up doing it, and there's so many benefits to it. It's so refreshing to have so many great volunteer theatre companies in this city. Julie, tell me a little bit about Canada Theatre and your connection.
So I'm fairly new to Canada Theatre. I've been there for a couple of years. This is their 55th year, so that's pretty darn exciting. We have a lovely lineup of shows to put on for everyone, and I happen to be given one of those shows this year. This was my first time directing, and I was very honored to be part of this special year celebration with the show Mauritius. So I started with Canada Theatre as a volunteer as an assistant stage manager.
Okay.
And then they pulled me up into the booth to help stage manage. And it has kept me very busy with wanting to continue to work on the opposite side of the stage. So I'm very used to being on the stage as an actress for the last couple of decades.
Nice.
But now it is expanding my skill set in figuring out how to make the shows run from behind the scenes, which is fabulous.
Yeah, of course. And I'm glad you mentioned the behind the scenes, because sometimes they sort of get forgotten, and it's so important to celebrate those people as much as those on stage. Like yourself, Tom, tell me a little bit about what role you play in Mauritius.
The part I play in Mauritius is I am the proprietor of a fairly broken down stamp store in a probably American city. He is unhappy. He is unhappy for a variety of reasons, a couple of which become obvious over the course of the play.
Okay.
And it is my job to I'm a stamp dealer, if you will, and that forced me to go to the Ottawa Philatelic Society and show up and say, I'm an actor, I know nothing about stamps, please tell me what to do. They were very, very helpful.
Excellent. What's the actual storyline, Julie? Tell me a little bit about the storyline beyond Tom's character.
So Mauritius is a small tropical island in the Indian Ocean off the coast of Africa, east of Madagascar. They're one of the first countries that produced postage stamps. Really? And when they made some postage stamps, they created them with an error. So errors make stamps valuable.
Right.
So the story is about two very valuable stamps from Mauritius, and they are discovered in a stamp collection of a deceased relative. And then the story progresses from there as to who owned the stamps, who wants the stamps, and what are they willing to do to get them or keep them.
What about some of the other characters, Tom? Describe some of the other characters in the production for us.
Well, the easiest way to suggest this is to say that what you have is gunfight at the OK Corral with 5 individuals showing up in the same corral.
Okay.
Yep.
There are two sisters who are, just to put it bluntly, don't entirely care for each other.
Okay.
There is an arms dealer.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, there is an arms dealer, and finally there is a minor hoodlum, if I can put it that way. And we are all there because there is the possibility of wealth in the form of 2 of the most expensive and most cherished stamps in the world.
Each of you wanting to, of course, convince that you're the owner of these 2 stamps?
And obtain them however we could possibly do it.
I see. I understand there's quite a bit of fighting. I mean, you just described these characters.
Yes.
What about that process of sort of that choreography?
We were very, very well taken care of. There is a professional company in Ottawa that now their name escapes me, which is really tragic. And they do many of the amateur companies, probably the professional companies as well, to do fight choreography. And between Julie and our stage manager, Brian, being so careful with our safety,
of course,
they had hired somebody to do it properly. It's effective. It's really effective.
Yeah, I imagine too. I mean, is it like challenging? I imagine both physically and emotionally challenging to do something like this?
It's particularly challenging if you think too much.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that would be the number one thing.
It's very strange. If you think too much, you kind of, it becomes ballroom dancing.
Right.
It's where it's a little easier if you kind of say, oh, okay, this is what you want me to do. I can do that physically.
Right.
I'm one of the think too much people. I needed it spelled out.
Julie, you kicked off last night. What was the response like?
It was an amazing crowd. We were hoping for everyone to really enjoy it. It's a bit of a play that's not normally within the season. Like, it's not a rom-com, it's not a farce, it's not a sentimental. It's very much a gritty, dirty play with a lot of bad language.
Okay.
So we were a little cautious about potentially how the audience would respond. They responded tremendously. There were gasps, there were comments, they were yelling at the actors on stage.
Amazing.
They were silent in the silent spot, so you could hear a pin drop when it became the more tense conversation.
It runs until February 17th. I'll give you all the details coming up here after the break as we wrap things up. Don't go anywhere.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Join us for the new season of Ottawa Storytellers, right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. Let's review some of the things we talked about. As promised, wanted to mention Mauritius. You saw it up on screen, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned it out loud. Ron Maslin Playhouse, it kicked off last night. It runs until February 17th. They also have a matinee, by the way, on February the 11th if you want to grab an afternoon matinee show. Theatre.ca for the full schedule and, of course, to get your tickets online. Reminder as well, Ill Abilities Dance Crew, no excuses, no limits. They're great production coming up, of course, with those special guests from Propeller Dance. That's at Meridian Theatres at Centrepoint, February the 16th at 8 p.m. Tickets available at meridiancenterpoint.com. And Sublime Medispa, if you want to get in touch with Shireen and her amazing team, you can go to sublimemedispa.com. Don't forget, they're moving to a brand new location, absolutely beautiful location, so keep an eye out for that. And all those recipes that Julie and I did, Mom in the Know, Julie Finley and I did on the show today, available at foodlandontario.ca. We've got some more Valentine's stuff to talk about with you tomorrow. We'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time here on Daytime.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
My name is Risa Solomon St. Louis, and I'm the chef and owner of Bacchanal Taste the Caribbean Lifestyle. I love to eat, I love to cook, and this is one of the reasons why I became a chef. I'm excited to share some of what inspires me when you see me at farmers markets, when we're catering, through our prepared meals, and even our sauces and spice blends that we're known for. Thank you for coming into the kitchen with Risa.